Hey, this is Russell, and during this video, I'm going to show you guys the funnel that I use to sell over 100,000 copies of my best-selling book called Expert Secrets. And I'm going to show you everything. I'll show you behind the scenes of what the funnel does, how it works. I'm going to show you the upsells, the downsells. I'm also going to show you guys all the ads we use to drive people into the funnel to buy the books. And then at the end of the video, I'm actually going to give you screenshots of every single page inside this funnel so you can use it as you're building out your next funnel. Now, this funnel helped me sell over 100,000 copies of this book, and it's based on a simple funnel that anyone could use, even you. Okay, to begin with, before I dive into the actual funnel pages, the first thing in any funnel is how do you get somebody into the funnel, right? And if you've read any of my books, I always share my favorite framework, which is hook, story, offer. That's how we get somebody's attention, right? You think about this, people are online, they're on social media, they're on their phone, sitting on the couch, or on the toilet, scrolling all day, they're scrolling. And our job as marketers is to first off to throw out a hook, right? To grab their attention just long enough they stop scrolling, like, what is that, right? So the first step is hook, and then they click on the button, and then they get to hear you tell a story, right? And the goal of the story is to increase the perceived value of the thing you're going to offer. So hook, story, offer. So before we dive into the actual funnel, I walk you through all the steps inside the funnel pages. I want to show you a couple of the ads that we created to go that served as hooks to grab somebody's attention initially. Okay, and so for us, we're testing all sorts of hooks all the time, right? We're always creating different ads and things like that. And the first one I'm going to show you is this ad right here at the top. You can see this is where I took the Expert Secrets book and I dumped gasoline on it and I lit it on fire. Because my thought was like, if someone's scrolling on their phone, just doom scrolling, all of a sudden I see like me burning a book, they're gonna stop for a second, right? So that's why I created this very first ad right here. So I'm gonna play just part of it. I won't show the whole thing, but I want you to see part of it so you can see the framework. Notice how I use hook, story, offer the very first 20 seconds of the video to grab their attention, quickly tell them a story, and then to make them an offer. Check this out.
Hey, my name is Russell Brunson, and this book, my new book, is literally on fire. I'm hoping it doesn't catch me on fire. It's my brand new book called Expert Secrets to teach you how to find your voice, how to share your advice, and actually make money doing it. And right now, if you go to Amazon.com, you can get a copy of this book for $20, and you see all the 5-star reviews, or you can get a free copy going to expertsecrets.com. Literally, this book is on fire.
Okay, notice hook, story, offer, all delivered in the first like 15, 20 seconds. And then from there, I kind of tell some more stories. I keep iterating, keep pushing them back to the thing, but I'm trying to grab their attention very, very quickly. So that was one example of an ad we put out there to grab somebody to bring them into our funnel. This ad alone sold tens of thousands of copies of the Expert Secrets book, right? And I'm always looking for different ads. I can use different hooks to grab someone's attention. Some of these other ones, I'm not going to show you the whole videos, but this one right here, I was actually in Amsterdam and we're walking down the street and we saw this inside of the hotel lobby, this big green rhino. And I was like, that's a hook. That's going to grab someone's attention. So we grabbed the book, stood in front of the rhino, told him a story, hook, story, offer, told him to get a free copy of the book, and boom, this one sold. Again, tens of thousands of copies were sold because of this green rhino inside of just a hotel lobby. Okay, another one here, inside of my book, Expert Secrets, I talk about how my very first product ever was a potato gun. So I grabbed a potato gun and I shot this thing, and like that was the hook, and I could tell him a story, and then made him offer a free copy of the book. This one I went and hung myself from the ceiling, which was ridiculous. But again, I want to try to grab somebody's attention, grab them really quickly, and then stop. Stop them, tell them a story, and then make them an offer. And this last one right here on the side, you can see this was this kid I met on TikTok. He was blowing up watermelons all day long, and I was like, this is a great hook. So I paid him a couple $1,000 to go and like basically take a watermelon and my book and see which one would explode first. And we used that, boom, hook, story, offer, dropped it out there and became an ad that drove people into the funnel. So these are examples of ads we use to get somebody's attention, to get them to click on a link to show up to our funnel. Now let me show you guys each of the pages and each of the steps here inside of the actual Expert Secrets funnel. All right, now this is the first page here inside the Expert Secrets funnel. After you would click on the ads, this is the page you would land on. And there's a whole bunch of stuff I do on this landing page that you may have seen my pages before. I'm like, oh yeah, like, that's really cool. But there's so many little tiny intricacies of things we're testing and tweaking. And I want to make sure you don't miss it. So I'm going to walk you through some of the core, most important things. But before we do, the answer is yes, this page was built in ClickFunnels because as you know, friends don't let friends not build funnels inside of ClickFunnels. Now, obviously, if you want to sell stuff online, you're going to need a good funnel. But if you want a great funnel, then you need to use ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is the #1 funnel builder in the world, helping more first-time entrepreneurs to leave their 9-to-5 and to launch their dreams in any other company in the world. ClickFunnels was built for the dreamers and the doers, and you can get a free 14-day trial right now by going to clickfunnels.com/YouTube or by clicking on the link in the description right now. ClickFunnels, because you're one funnel away from changing the world. If you haven't used the new ClickFunnels recently, this is what it looks like behind the scenes. This is what the actual funnel pages here look like inside the Expert Secrets funnel. So I'll kind of take you down through this. I reset the stats before making this video, just so you guys would see exactly what our stats are right now. But check it out. You can see this is when someone comes down and someone comes to expertsecrets.com, they get split test between the two pages. Now, these two pages are identical, but we're split testing two different videos right now. So that's the only difference between these two pages. When we find out what video out converts, then we'll split test different headlines. We'll split test different button colors, things like that. But we always have a split test happening. And the reason why is I have a mantra here inside of our company that basically says, give yourself a raise every single day. In fact, every one of you guys, that should be your mantra. Every day when you come to the office, how do I give myself a raise today? How do I give myself a raise today? And you do that by simple split testing day in and day out. And by doing that, the pages get better and better over time, okay? That's why my funnels convert so well. Is that I've been literally doing split tests now for 20 years. So when I create a new funnel, I'm not guessing. I'm starting with the framework, what we know works best, and then I'm always iterating on top of that and on top of that. And when we find winners, we take them back through our other funnels and kind of go back through and add those updates to the other funnels that we're running. And so that's kind of what's happening. So this is the very first homepage. Again, we're split testing two different pages from there. After somebody buys, it takes them down to upsell number 1, and I'll walk you through that page here in a second. After they buy that, it takes an upsell number 2. And then depending if they buy it, if they don't purchase it, this is the downsell. If they do purchase it, then we have a VIP upsell. And then from there, we take them to a thank you page. And we have two different thank you pages based on if they did buy upsell 1 or if they didn't, upsell 2, because if they didn't, then we try to upsell them again on the thank you page. So that's what the funnel structure looks like. It's kind of cool for those who are not seeing the new ClickFunnels. It's really neat the way that the funnels are set up, and you kind of see these, and you can go and edit page by page and everything. So, but with that said, let me jump into the very first page. So again, this is the homepage of the Expert Secrets book funnel. And again, some of the core things that people mess up on, and I see this all the time when someone like looks at one of my pages, looks at our funnels and try to model it. Like there's a couple of things I'm doing. And you notice that there's another framework I teach actually inside of Expert Secrets. I talk about this concept of the best way to sell somebody is first emotion, then logic and fear, right? So emotion, logic, fear. And so when I'm creating a page, my first best shot is emotion. So you notice like up front, the headline, right? It's very affirmational. Like get your free copy of Expert Secrets. It's going to show you how to find your message, build a tribe, and change the world. Okay. And then I have a video here that's very emotional. It's going to grab their attention. And then above the fold, I've got them starting right here into the order process. Okay. And so everything above the fold, I'm using emotion to sell something, right? Now, if someone doesn't buy it during the first pass, then what happens is, and again, if you do heat maps, we do heat maps on all of our pages, right? Like 56% of people will buy without ever scrolling past here, okay? The people that are scrolling down are your logical buyers. Like they need more proof. So I move from emotion and they come down here. If you notice down here, it transitions. Now I start speaking logically to people, okay? Logic, and I'm using logic and words and bullet points and features and benefits and testimonials. So I'm speaking logically to convince people that what they're trying to buy is the right thing, right? Then boom, make the offer again. I come back, here's more logic. Here's what you're gonna learn about. Boom, and I go through the book and I literally go secret by secret, chapter by chapter, and I pull out one big nugget. So it's like, here's in chapter number 1, which my books, I call them secrets, but here's secret number 1, secret 2, secret 3. I'm pulling out one big nugget. I see them see one bullet point, logically be like, oh, I need that, I gotta buy it, right? So I have all these different bullet points, okay? So each chapter I pull one bullet point out to get them to be like, man, if I just had that one secret, that one idea, it would be worth the book in and of itself, right? So I'm taking them through there. Boom, put the offer out again. Then I come back, now I need bonuses, right? Again, logical buyers that like, even though it's a free book, they're paying shipping and handling, I'm still gonna make this offer as insane as possible. So not only do they get the book, they also get the Expert Evolution training, which is a $100 value, $97 value. They get the Hook Story Offer training for $97 value. They get the Perfect Webinar Slides, $197 value. They get the 5-minute Perfect Webinar, $97 value. They get the 30-day challenge. So like, I'm making this offer more and more irresistible, right? Okay, so there's emotion, logic, and now I'm going to transition the last part of the page to fear. Okay, fear is giving them urgency and scarcity to buy now. Okay, so I start coming out here and start introducing fear. So emotion, logic, here comes fear. There's no catch. I talk about that, but time is of the essence. You got to guarantee. You got to buy this thing now. There's a recap of everything inside the offer. Boom, and then they can reserve their copy, okay? And then always have a PS. A lot of people will scroll the PS, and so I recap the entire offer back here inside of the PS, right? So it says, I'm gonna mail you a 355-page hardcover book, Expert Secrets, plus all these bonuses. Normally it's $24.95 if you go to Amazon, but you get it for free, just cover shipping, handling, boom, boom, boom. And there's a recap of the thing, and then another button down here to the offer. Okay, and then we also, recently all of our funnels have been adding these frequently asked questions sections, and these work really, really good as well. So we add FAQs. Okay. That said, I'm gonna scroll back up to the above the fold because most of the heavy lifting in a page is gonna happen on a funnel is gonna happen above the fold. In fact, if you don't want to write a long form sales letter, if you just have a headline, video, and the 2-step order form, and like it just ends right there, again, most of your conversions will come from the emotional buyers above the fold. So this is the most important spot. This is where you do all the split testing and the headline tweaks and the colors and the buttons and everything. Okay, now of all the things, I'm gonna walk you through some of the things that have had the biggest impact on conversion for us, okay? One of these, I learned from one of my Inner Circle members back in the day. They added this block above the 2-step order form that talks about the speed of shipping. Okay, and so notice, get your free copy of Expert Secrets shipped to you in less than 7 days. That little dorky, like little banner ad will dramatically increase your conversions. That alone, like will be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you if you add that to above any of your 2-step order forms. Do you have a funnel but it's not converting? The problem 99.9% of the time is that your funnel is good, but you suck at selling. If you want to learn how to sell so your funnels will actually convert, then get a ticket to my next Selling Online event by clicking on the link in the description or go to sellingonline.com/YouTube right now. Okay, number 2, when you come down to 2-step order form, the copy in these 2 little buttons actually matters a lot, okay? By default in ClickFunnels, it'll have something else, it's like step 1, step 2. We shifted it to ask them the question, shipping, where should we ship it to? Oh, here's the shipping information. Okay, upgrade now and save. So it's not saying info billing, right? Like we're using good copy to get them to actually fill this out. So where do you want to ship it to? Right here. Okay, cool. You want to upgrade now and save? Here's the upgrade option, which is an order form bump, right? So that's all in here. The other thing we do, you'll notice is below this button, when we do free plus shipping offers, like book funnels and things like that, one of the big problems people have is always like, I thought you said it was free. And we always got so much flack from people and like so much, it was very, very frustrating. We started adding this down below, which is just basically Expert Secrets retails for $20, but we bought it for you. All you do is pay shipping handling. So by adding this in here, it cut those complaints down to like 1%, right? Like most of the people, that filter them out. Okay. A couple other things. You never want blank white space. Whenever there's white space, always throw a testimonial. Okay. This page had a big white block down here. I'm like, ooh, throwing testimonial. I always put testimonial whenever there's white space. We've done countless tests about that, and it always increases conversions. Also, you notice I'm trying to get everything to transition to the order form. So down below the video, there's this thing, but it's always pushing everyone's eyeballs through the arrow, pushing them across to see the order button. Okay. So momentum and movement of eyes towards where you want somebody to actually do. Back in the day, we worked with a pet insurance company, and we did this split test with this dog on the landing page. And we had a dog looking at the camera, a dog looking away from the order form button, and a dog whose nose is faced towards it. And by the dog's nose facing towards the order button, so it was like driving the eyes towards the order button, it like 3x conversions on the sales page. It was crazy. So that's why we have these arrows pushing people over here to get their eyeball moving over here to go and fill out the form. Okay. All right. So that is the first part about this funnel. Now, a couple of things I want to show you that are really, really powerful, okay? This is especially powerful if you're doing a book funnel, because obviously, ideally, I want people to buy through this funnel because I'm going to be able to maximize my EPCs, which is my earnings per click or my average order value. I want to try to get that value as much as possible, and that's why the funnel is so powerful. But some people will never buy through a funnel, right? How many of you guys know, like, if I'm going to buy a book, I'm not going to buy it through a funnel, I'm going to buy it through Amazon. Okay, the reality is a percentage of your people are always going to do that. So what we do is like, when they start trying to leave, boom, we exit pop up here. It says, hey, you could also order Expert Secrets from Amazon and other booksellers down below. And they give them a link to directly to Amazon, Amazon Kindle, and Audible. If they click on that, you'll notice it just opens up Amazon. And boom, it shows right there. And so you notice like right now we've sold a lot more, but 2,100 people left reviews just from our exit pop, right? They came over here, they saw this, and they bought the book. So we exit pop this. Now, a couple of cool things. These are little ninja secrets. One of them is that all of these are my affiliate link. So if I click on that, as the author, I get my royalties, which is great, but now I'm an affiliate, so I also get double royalties. But then the other really cool thing about this is if someone clicks on your affiliate link and anything else they buy for the next 24 hours, you get paid commissions on that. So someone comes here to Amazon, they buy Expert Secrets, they buy the audiobook, or they buy the regular book, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? But if they go and they buy a new desk, or they buy a new lamp, or they go buy food, or whatever else they buy on Amazon for the next 24 hours, I get paid commissions on it, okay? So this is like this free way to get more book sales, but also more recurring revenue on the back end over the next 24 hours, everything else they're buying, okay? So that's one of the secrets a lot of people know about that is just huge for you because there's just a percentage of people who will not buy through a funnel and they want to go through a traditional seller like Amazon, and so that's what we do. We first found this out with one of our supplement companies. We were selling a diabetic neuropathy supplement, and there was just a segment of our audience. Most of our audience was older, and they would not buy online. But if we pushed into Amazon or we pushed them to a phone number, they would go and they would buy because they felt more comfortable. And so we do the same thing here. I don't want people to not buy the book, right? So if I'm not going to go through the funnel, okay, last pass out, ship them out to Amazon Kindle, or Audible, let them buy through those resources as well. After I fill out that form, it takes me to this 2-step order form, right? So step number 1 asks, where do you want to ship the book? Now step number 2 is now we get their credit card information to pay for shipping. Now a couple cool things happen here, okay? There's a big percentage of people who fill out step number 1, but they don't fill out step number 2, and you have the ability now to follow up those people and send them emails, okay? Inside ClickFunnels, basically when you come back here, inside the funnel, you can set up these, you click on this lightning bolt and you can set up workflows. And a workflow would basically set up a whole email sequence. I don't have one live in here right now, but basically says like, if they fill out step 1, but not step number 2, send them out an email. So for example, what we'll do is 3 hours later, we're like, hey, did you forget to finish the cart sequence? Like you didn't finish filling out the cart. And you should have a whole sequence for those who don't fill out step number 1, getting them back to go fill out step number 2, okay? And so what's really cool about this is that these 2-step order forms, even for people who don't buy, they get added to your email list and it starts growing your list very, very quickly. In fact, man, I've added literally millions of people on my list who never bought the Expert Secrets book, but they filled out step number 1 and not step number 2. So again, we have a follow-up sequence to try to push them back to finish out step number 2. But on top of that, we add those people to our email list and then we can sell them other products and services down the line, which is really cool. Okay. All right. You come down here, you scroll down, obviously there's the book, shipping rate, they put in their credit card. And then this is the big secret. Between the credit card and the order button is where you slip in what's called an order form bump. And an order form bump is kind of like when you're at the grocery store and you got the checkout, you got all your groceries in the bag and you're walking through and you're about to check out and you look over the side, you're like, oh, I want some Tic Tacs. Oh, I want a National Enquirer magazine. Like just like the no-brainer offers that they grab really quick and they throw in their cart. Those are order form bumps. And it was crazy. If you look at like where grocery stores make the majority of their money, they make most of their money. Like the profit comes in the checkout stand. The same thing is true here. Like a lot of times, the money that we make right here through the order form bumps covers all of our ad costs, which is crazy. Okay, so right now I have 2 order form bumps. I've got the audiobook for $37. If someone clicks on here, it gives them more info, but it gives them the core thing they need to click there and add it to their order. And they also have a $97 upsell right here, which is the live event, and they can add those things right there. Okay, so 2 really quick things they can add to the order. Again, it increases the average order value or the average cart value to get people spending more money every time they buy a book, which gives you the ability to spend more money on advertising, right? Then they fill it out, boom, they buy this, and that's step number 1 in the funnel, okay? All right, so come back here. Now you guys have seen the first 2, the first page in the funnel. Again, we're split testing different videos right now, but that's one thing that's different. Now, after someone buys this, we take them now to upsell number 1. Okay, so this is upsell page number 1. Now, there's a lot of really important things that are happening on this page, but the number 1 most important thing you need to remember and understand is that the goal of the upsell page is to keep the buying loop open in their minds, not closing it. So keeping it open and then making a very special offer. Okay. Now what's cool about this is the first thing you're selling. So for me, example, the book's the first thing I'm selling. This is the hardest thing to sell. Okay. Because someone's got to go, they got to run around, they got to go in their house, find their wallet, get their credit card out, pull it out, go and buy it. Like that's the hardest sell. Now all the upsells are much, much easier because they've already said yes. They've already committed to like, okay, I'm buying Expert Secrets. I want to learn how to become an expert, right? So everything else moving forward now is just a slippery slope of like, would you also like this? Would you also like this? Like there's simpler sales, right? So the first step on this page is to keep the buying loop open. So notice a couple of things. I'm not saying congratulations, your order is complete. Okay, I'm saying congratulations for getting your book, but don't click back or exit right now. Okay, we have a very important upgrade right now. Upgrade your order. This is a special offer. It's only available right here, right now. And so I have this I'm keeping the buying loop open. Okay, so that's the number 1 thing to understand. Okay, so you come down here, you notice I'm trying to get them to watch the video. So like literally it's like all these things before you go to the members area, watch this video. It's like 4 or 5 things. My entire goal of this is to get people to watch the video. Okay. And if you watch the video, a couple things you'll notice. Number 1 is I'm going to acknowledge the thing that they just bought. And then from there, talk about we can upgrade that order with something else. So check this out. Hey, this is Russell. And first off, thank you so much for getting your copy of the Expert Secrets book. I cannot wait to send this out to you. This book has the ability to change your life. If you're here and you got this book, it means you are someone who's an expert who wants to figure out how to sell their advice, how to make more money by talking and speaking and creating products and services. And this book's going to teach you all of that. It's going to help you to figure out how to build a following of people who are going to follow you, and then you can change their lives. Going through this process, and first thing I did, acknowledge their purchase. One of the biggest complaints on upsells, people like that have upsells like, you bought this thing, but it's not really going to help you. Instead, you should buy this. Like you never want to do that. Okay, it leaves a bad taste in the customer's mouth, and it's not congruent, right? The first thing they purchase should be complete, right? They're getting Expert Secrets, they're getting all these things like that's complete. So congratulations, you got this. Everything you need to be able to become an expert. But then what's the next thing they need, right? A good example of that is in the weight loss industry, right? Like if you sell a book in the back, the book's about how to get abs. So someone buys the book about how to get abs. In their mind, they think that they already have abs, right? Like they purchased it, that loop's been closed. Like, hey, I have abs now, sweet. The book's coming. And if your upsell's like, here's a video on how to get more abs, like it's not going to convert because it's the same thing. right? Instead, in their mind, like that's been closed. Like in the mind, they bought the ab book, they got abs. Now the next logical thing, like, what's the new problem it opens? Well, I have abs, but when I go out to eat, what am I supposed to do, right? So a good upsell for a fitness product, be like, okay, now that you got abs, I'm gonna show you guys how to go out to eat at your favorite restaurants and not gain more weight, right? Same thing's true for me, okay? Someone bought this book, so in their mind, it's like, I'm an expert now, I got the book, it's coming, like I have everything I need to become an expert, which is true. Okay, so now that solved the problem, but now it creates a new problem. So the second part of this video is gonna then explain the new problem that's created now that they're an expert.
Going through this process and executing it will be the most fulfilling thing you probably ever do in your life. And I think you are going to love it. I cannot wait to get a copy of this book out into your hands. Literally, my favorite thing about this is the updated version. So there's almost 100 new pages of information and case studies of people who are just like you, who went through this process and now have huge followings online, and they're changing the lives of the customers they've been called to serve. So I cannot wait to get this book to you. It's going to change your life. Now, the next step after you get this book is then you have to actually go out there and create a product. That's always step number 2 in the process. And so right now I have a very special offer for you because you are our newest customer. I wanted to give you access to one of our newest products called Course Secrets at a huge discount.
Okay, so that's what I did. Okay, we solved this problem. Now the next thing you're gonna need, step number 2, is this. I'm gonna give you the thing, a special offer. Okay, and then from here I make a very special offer. Now the rule with upsells or OTOs, call them OTO, stands for one-time offers. It needs to actually be a special offer, okay? So right now, if you go to CourseSecrets.com, this is a sales video from Course Secrets. If you go there, we sell this course for $497. So you're gonna get this entire course plus all these other bonuses for just $97. So it's an actual legitimate special offer, a one-time offer they only get here, and it's a really, really good discount, okay? We have a countdown clock here, everything, but that's kind of what happens right here. And then they've got 2 options, yes or no. Okay. Now the yes button is like, yes, upgrade my order now. The no should be a negative qualifier. Okay. So what that means is like, you don't want to say, no, take me to the members area. That's a positive thing, right? Instead it says, no, thanks. I'm not ready for step number 2 yet. I'll buy Course Secrets at a full price of $497 in the future. Okay. When you see that, it's like, do I really want to click on that? Yeah, I'll pay $500 later. It's like, so I want them to be like, have some pain by saying no. Does that make sense? And so that's kind of how we structure the no thanks link. All right. Okay. And that's it for upsell number 1, okay? So we come back to the funnel. So now you saw here's upsell number 1. Now after upsell number 1, now I'm gonna introduce them to upsell number 2. Now upsell number 2 on this page right here is our selling online event. Now a couple of things you wanna notice, okay? When your customers are going through the upsell downsell sequence, one thing that's confusing a lot of times is that they see a page, like for example, they see this page right here and they go to the next page and it looks identical. They think that they're on the same page loop, and a lot of times they'll just bounce and they'll leave. So I need to make things look different from page 1 to page 2 as I'm moving through the funnel, okay? So you notice right here in this video, right, I have blue headlines and stuff like that. I've got a green shirt. For upsell number 2, I want it to look different. So I have a different color shirt, okay? Things look a little bit different. They're not identical, okay? And so I'm doing that because I want people to know this is a different thing than the thing they just saw. Okay, so many times people's upsell 1, upsell 2 look identical, and then people are like, they're like, I'm in this loop, something's broken, they just leave, and then they don't get to the thank you page. And you want to make sure someone gets through every single page inside your funnel, okay? All right, so this is upsell number 2. And again, here I'm selling my $97 event called Selling Online. And so there's a video of me pitching it. Come down here and there's very quick no or yes, okay? And I love this style. There's different styles on upsell pages. This one obviously you saw down here, which is you have the yes button here and then the no link down below. This one right here, again, I want it to be different. I have a red no thanks on the left hand, green yes on the right hand side, okay? So again, there's the video of me pitching a selling online event. There's a quick way they can go and they can buy or not buy, right? And this video is very emotional. Then we go from emotion to what? Logic and fear, right? So if they scroll through here and like, they're not ready yet, now I start logically convincing them, here's some more information. And then I go through and I have the entire sales video or sales letter that explains more about it, more testimonials, more information. Here's what you're gonna learn about, right? So for the logical buyer, there's more information for them to go through it. And I keep pushing back to yes or no, make a decision, yes or no, right? P.S., here's what the offer is one more time, yes or no, okay? And so that's kind of how we structure that to get people into the selling online event. Okay. Now, if they say, again, selling online events, $97. So if they say, let me come back here. If they say no, they don't want that, I still want them to be part of that event. So I'm like, what could I do? So if they say no, I take them right here to a downsell. And the downsell is, I'm using what's called an invisible funnel. So let me show you what that looks like. So there's the page, and here's the downsell. Say, okay, wait, I know you want to come to the event. What if you could come to the event and you could attend it for free and then only pay for it after if you think it's worth it? Okay, so the downsell basically, when you come back here saying, okay, the event was $97, you saw that. How about I let you come for free? attend the full 3 days, and then after the event's done, then you'll pay the $100. What do you think about that? Okay, so it's a secondary offer. Again, we have a yes or no thanks link, and those are the two different options. Okay, again, I'm trying to pick up somebody because I want people to come to that event. I want them to attend the event. During the event, obviously, I make them another special offer. So I want to make sure I want to get as many people in the event as possible. So ideally, they pay the $97, but if not, cool, come for free anyway, and you pay afterwards. Try before you buy. We call that an invisible funnel. Okay, and so the downsell for the event is the invisible funnel. Okay. Now if I come back here and if they say yes, they do buy the ticket for $97, then I take them down to this other path, and now I'm going to upgrade them to a VIP pass. Okay. So here's a VIP upgrade. So they bought the $97 ticket. It's like, cool, you bought the $97 upgrade. We do not upgrade to VIP day after the event. And then I have a video of me explaining that. Boom, they have a chance to come down here, and then they got the VIP, and they can either buy the $197 VIP fly on the wall, or they can get the question answered. And right now, the question answer is sold out. So that's kind of what we do right here. Again, there's the yes button and the no thanks link, then testimonials, and then we transition from again, up here's all emotion, right? We transition, we have a quick buy for the emotional buyers. We transition now logic, testimonials, more information, logic, more stuff. There's the option to buy again, boom, more testimonials, and that's how it works on that page right there. Okay, so there again, here's how we're going. We're going homepage, upsell number 1, upsell number 2. If they say no, invisible funnel. They say yes, upgrade to VIP. And then there we take them to the thank you page. And thank you page basically just says, all right, thank you so much for buying. Congratulations. Check your email for your login information. If they bought this selling online upsell, they can go and they can actually register for the event that they're going to attend right here. If they didn't, then this block's actually going to have a page where they can upsell to go buy the ticket to the selling online event. Okay. So depending on if they're a member or not, depends on what happens on this block. That's the only difference between the two different thank you pages right here. Okay. And then, all right, the second to last thing is we have a spot right here where they can grab their affiliate link. Inside the new ClickFunnels, one of the coolest things, you can create an instant affiliate link. So someone goes and signs up for your product. On the thank you page, I can say, here's your affiliate link, and they promote it, they can get paid right away. So we're paid out 40% affiliate commission. So someone's bought the book and like it, they can grab this link, post it on social, sell a couple copies of the book, and boom, get their money back instantly, okay? And so we give them an instant affiliate link, which is huge for getting free traffic from your buyers. And then step number 3 now is I push them to our next funnel, okay? This is called funnel stacking. Someone buys the book, they have a good experience, then I say, hey, by the way, here is a webinar I'm doing called The Last Secret. Click right here to register for it. They click on there, boom, it takes them over to the next funnel inside of our funnel. They can go to register for this webinar. They watch the webinar, and now they're moved into the next funnel. Okay, and so that's the process, you guys. Every one of my funnels leads to another funnel, which leads to another funnel, but that's kind of the process and how the whole thing works. Okay, I got 2 more things I want to show you guys. Okay, real quick, I want to show you the cheapest traffic you can possibly get and also the highest converting traffic. This is one that most people miss on their funnels. It's insane. If you do nothing else but just doing this one step on all of your ClickFunnels funnels, it'll change your business forever. Let me show you what it is. Okay, it's a retargeting ad, but it's a special type of retargeting ad. Okay, when someone comes to this page and they see the offer and they don't buy, like first off, you knew they're interested because they saw the initial hook, they listened to your story, they clicked on it, they showed up, but for some reason they didn't go and they didn't finish the purchase. It could have been because their wall was too far away, they were in a weird spot and they want to buy it later, but for whatever reason they didn't. So this is like the low-hanging fruit, you're just gonna push somebody over. And so I'm gonna show you one of our retargeting ads. This we use a version of this ad for every single one of our funnels. I'm not gonna show you the whole thing, but I'm gonna show you one part of it just so you understand how it works, because it's like the easiest, cheapest traffic, the easiest like buyers, like everything is just simple. And so like, this is a no-brainer. If you get nothing else besides this one little piece, it'll be worth the weight of gold in and of itself. Basically what we do with this ad is it shows like if the book was $9.95, right? Like what else could they buy with the $9.95 if they're not gonna buy this, okay? And so I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but I'm gonna show you the intro and how I intro it, because notice I'm like confused, like what? Why didn't you buy? Like, why are you leaving right now? And then from there, I share 9 other things they could buy for the same $10. And the more ridiculous those things are, the better. So check out how I start this video.
All right, my name is Russell Brunson, and recently you came to expertsecrets.com because you're like, I want to get a copy of Russell's brand new book. And then you left and you didn't get a copy. And I'm kind of confused. I'm not really sure why. So I want to talk to you about, maybe it was like, I can't afford the $9.97 shipping and handling, right? Maybe that was the reason. And if that's the case, I understand, but you're going to spend that $9 on something anyway. So I want to talk about 9 other things you could buy instead of getting this copy of Expert Secrets, which will literally change your business and probably change your life. So here are...
Okay, they go through like a top 10 list, top 9 list. Like number 1, you could go get a haircut. Number 2, and it's gonna be a crappy haircut for $9. Number 2, you're gonna go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal and a drink. Number 3, you get a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Like, I just gonna make this ridiculous list. Like, you could spend that, you drink the coffee and it's gone forever, or you get this book that'll change your life, literally teach you how to be an expert. And like, I show that, right? I start going through these things. And again, this is just a simple retargeting ad. When someone hits the landing page and they don't buy, boom, this ad starts following around for the next 2 or 3 days. And a huge percentage of people now will see that and like, you're right, I'll go find my wallet. It's for $10. Like, I'm in, Russell, you got me, okay? And so that's what the retargeting ad looks like when somebody hits the homepage or in your funnel and then they leave. All right, now I promised you guys a gift when you started watching this video, and whenever I show you guys a video, I want to, obviously it's investing your time to come and hang out with me, to watch these videos, so I'm gonna give you guys a gift. There's a really cool tool that you can get for free at barnumpt.com. It is the greatest funnel hacking tool of all time, where you can take screenshots of all the funnels, everything you're doing, but I literally funnel hack. I take screenshots of every single funnel I've ever went through and ever bought, and check this out. Recently today, I went through the book funnel. Here's a couple of my favorite book funnels here on the internet, but I went through the brand new Expert Secrets book funnel and I actually went and funnel hacked every single page for you. So check out, here's page number 1. There's page number, there's page number 1 still. There's the exit pop. There's the 2-step order form. There's page number 2, page number 3. So there's every single page I just showed you guys. I have them all here inside of Barnum. You can get a Barnum account for free, but if you go to the description of the YouTube video down below, what I will do is you click on that and it'll take this entire swipe file of the new Expert Secrets book funnel. It'll copy it into your Barnum account, and that's a free gift I wanted to give you guys just for hanging out, watching this video today with me. All right, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching the behind the scenes of the Expert Secrets book funnel. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, here's another video you're gonna love to walk you behind the scenes, even more cool stuff that we're doing here inside of ClickFunnels.